Okay, Mike Masato, CEO of Staff Driven Dental. I'm a dental road warrior, turning for episode 87 in the series. So maybe someone who's watching this video out there can post a comment and message me or something and help me out with this, because this one's got me a little stumped after all these years. I'm being facetious. It doesn't have me stumped, but I thought I'd put it out there and tell you, rarely am I surprised by what I see and what I hear as I go through my travels and working with doctors all over. But the most frustrating thing that I encounter, that I see time and time again, and I'm going to bring up an example of a doctor I've met recently, is a successful clinician, a doctor who's great at what he does, doesn't have the awareness to see when it's brought out right in front of them that you are your own worst enemy. And that's really what it comes down to. Because you know what? Clinical success is one thing. It's great to be. I hope that most of you that are clinicians watching this are good or great at what you do. You spend a tremendous amount of time doing this. Thousands and thousands of hours of training and development, ongoing CE training to keep up your licenses. You work at it daily. You practice it in your chair with patients every single day. It's what you do. It's your passion. It's what you're expert at. But I don't understand the barrier, or what the block is to really looking at yourself to say, you know what, why can't I get help where I'm not strong? Where in a business area. For case in point, met a doctor recently, four practices. He's the main doctor, but basically everything is on this doctor's shoulder. He's telling me and commiserating with me about how he works a 14-hour day or a 16-hour day, jumping from practice to practice. And when he's in the practice, it makes money. When he's there, it's not. So 2 of the 4 operations are profitable. The other 2 are not. And makes $5 million probably between the 4 locations. $5 million. Okay, but which is amazing to me, at $5 million when you could be making 10. Why work that hard to make $5 million when you could make $10 million? Why work that hard working 14-hour days when you can work an 8-hour day? Why do that to yourself? It's a law of diminishing returns. Yeah, you have all those operations, you're doing all that volume, but the profitability is not there. Your overhead's through the roof. So it doesn't make you weak or stupid or inadequate, or incompetent. Getting coaching, getting someone to give you help. And, you have to be able to have help, to see that you need help. All the best of the best have coaching. Many of the most successful people you will meet in business, in sports, in other industries, they've had some sort of coaching to help them improve on what they know they don't know. And here's the thing: you need to be aware that you don't know everything. And that's the thing. It's what you learn after you know all that accounts. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. I've said it so many times. But people just don't realize this. And the thing that gets in the way the most is ego. Here's one of your biggest downfalls: ego. And if you're absolutely just shutting this down, saying, "Oh, this is not me. It's not me at all," maybe you're not even aware if that's the case, because you really haven't taken a look at it. If you're questioning yourself and thinking about it as me, and you're looking into it now and considering it, maybe that's good. You're open to getting help and getting support in your life. Because why not have optimal practice? Why not have best possible? Why settle because you think you have it all figured out and you know it all? No one has it all figured out and knows it all. I'm a product of coaching myself. I didn't come out of the box this way. I always one of my favorite lines: I am a product of consulting. The doctor that I first worked with many, many years ago, 30 some odd years ago plus, saw something in me, sent me for training and I didn't go to school to become a dental consultant. You think I woke up one morning and said, I'm going to go to dental consulting school? Well, there's a reason why I didn't do that, because number one, it doesn't exist. All right, number one. And number two, who has that kind of epiphany? I became a coach and got into coaching individuals to help them first and foremost. Dentistry as a profession just found me later. So of course I had to learn dentistry. I didn't wake up knowing dentistry. I didn't go to school for dentistry. I didn't learn anything about clinical dentistry or the working in the clinical aspect of dentistry or working in dental practices or how the business of dentistry worked. This all came later, and the reason why it came later is from training and coaching. I've had many mentors in my life to want to invest the time and energy to get better and look at myself. And this is what you need to constantly do, docs. It's not about how good you are as a clinician and as a doctor. How much time do you spend looking at yourself and who you are and how you're being about what you're doing and your business acumen and how you handle the team and how you run your operations and everything else like that. And the thing is, when you know that conceptually it's not going well,
Why would you want to have it healed that way? And why would you keep it under those circumstances when it could be so much better? And it's amazing. I will have doctors verbally say this, and yet when push comes to shove, the minute I'm done speaking with them, they'll go right back to their lives and get right back on that treadmill, that ongoing treadmill which just never stops of go, 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 run and gun. This is a sure ticket to disaster long term. This is not sustainable. You can't live a life that night. Like quality of life, put a dollar value on quality of life. To have a practice that runs turnkey, that has a fully motivated and trained team. You have one of the best resources in the entire world, is your human capital, the people you have working for you, and how little time you invest in them, or invest in your relationship with them, and how you are with them. They make or break you every single day. I've said this so many times throughout the course of this series. But yet, if you cannot see that everything that happens to you, for better or for worse, starts and ends with you, Doc. If you're watching it starts and ends with you. It's nobody else. You can blame everything else. You can blame insurances, and you can blame HMOs and DSOs, and blame the world about everything. Blame COVID. Another great excuse to use right now. But while you're busy blaming other people and assigning blame to other things and saying it must be something else, all the other practices around you are getting better. They're doing something about it. They're rising above all this kind of stuff, instead of you just grinning, bearing it, and enduring it because you feel, I'm going to figure this out sooner or later. Maybe you will. But how much time and money and energy, lost quality of life, how much of your health are you going to sacrifice, your personal health, are you going to sacrifice, on this journey of just trying to muddle through it and figure it out? Imagine if you pursue dentistry this particular way. I know I can be a good dentist, but I'm just going to figure it out on my own. I'm not going to get any help, not going to get any better at what I'm doing. I'm just going to just figure it out on my own beyond my basic skills that I have. Come on, you would never do it that way. Why do you do it with your business? It's like, why would you not want to invest? You'll buy every single toy in the world, every piece of equipment, everything else, take every seminar in the world, implants, everything. But when it comes down, right down to it, when the rubber hits the road, that's what it comes down to every day, when the rubber hits the road. Because when the doors open every single day, where the rubber hits the road is your day-to-day operations, your day-to-day with your people, and how they perform, and how they produce, and how they comply, and how they get the job done. Are they looking at your goals? Are they putting money in your pocket, or are they costing you money? Is money bleeding out of the practices? That's another warning sign. When you're just trying to compensate over and over again with volume to make up for internal deficiencies. That's not smart, right? Smart people get coaching. Smart people don't self-sabotage themselves. They want to make sure they're not self-sabotaging themselves. They want to get stronger at what they do. They want to become more competent and become better at business, because it is a business and you have so much invested in it. Think of all the time and money and energy you've invested in your people and your practices, or your practice, right? When you're hearing this is just hopefully a wake-up call, right? Because maybe, right, if things aren't just going the way you want it to go, and you're not satisfied, and you're not happy, and you're looking for why that may be, maybe the first place to look is the mirror, because really it may be standing right in front of you. And you know what? And docs, I can tell you that got this revelation that say, hey, wow, I never realized this about me, about myself, and how I am, and what I do, and what I don't even realize. I didn't know this. I didn't see this kind of thing. And I learned a lot of this by observation. And I can spend, at this stage of my life, 15 minutes in office with my coaching team and say, yep, here it is. This is what it is. It's very apparent to us. Just like things when a patient opens their mouth in front of you, you go, I know what that is right there, just by the smell of it, because you've seen it so many times, time and time again. You just know, right? So that's good. That's certainty, right? And again, it's okay to say I don't know. It's okay to say that I need help, that I can be better, that I'm good, but I can improve. What's wrong with that? That's the way it should be, right? It's such a great profession. It really is. It's such a rewarding profession. It's such a great business, dentistry. Why make it harder, more challenging, more difficult than it has to be, when the easiest solution really rests within you? All right. So again, thanks for watching these videos. If you're enjoying them, please share them. Leave your comments, topic ideas. Always open to hearing them. And I'll be back soon with another episode.